Hi Sagittarius, how are we doing this evening? These are your end of April modified Celtic cross readings. I'm really trying to nail it down to the first half and the last half of the month. I've never been one to really follow time guidelines. I apologize, you guys, because this is very important to me. But I will give the old college try, guys. Next month, I swear. And Sag, I just wanted to apologize and say thank you for being patient with me, you guys. Again, this is the modified Celtic cross for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. And as always, guys, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You may or may not, the messages may or may not be for you. And if you want a more personalized reading, you can check out my info in the description box below. And you can also Google your ascendant and moon sign, and that gives you a well-rounded reading also. I have placed down a couple cards for you guys' spread, but the Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands popped out together. And in this deck, the Five of Wands is about lack of focus and scattered thought. And the Seven of Swords is still also very much about a warning of watching your possessions, and, because there could be a thief in your midst. But it's also about secrets, too. So, Sagittarius, there might be some of you guys who either you're holding a secret right now from someone you love, not only a lover, but like maybe a friend or a family member. And it's really kind of got you, like, frazzled, because I want to say this usually isn't your way. You're pretty forthcoming. So that just jumped out of the deck. So for some, maybe for even one person out there. So as I was saying, this is modified Celtic cross, and without further ado, Sag, it's the end of April for you guys. Everybody's have been pretty positive. So, and this is how it's starting to look out for you guys as well. So hopefully I didn't jinx it, right? I'm terrible. Your general theme right now, or the general theme of the end of the month, I'd like to say like the beginning of spring for everybody. This is the Ten of Cups. This jumped right out of the gate as soon as I started shuffling on camera. You guys are, seeing the positive. Awesome. You guys are seeing things a lot more positively. You are, some of my decks are seeing things a lot more positively. You're feeling like things are going in a more positive direction. Finally, we've all been talking about, kind of the effects of Saturn and Sagittarius for the past 2 years. That was very, and until it was over and I really had heard about it and understood it, and why the past couple of years were going so crazily shitty, I didn't understand what the hell was going on. So I feel like a lot of us are finally breaking out of the remnants of that, and it's showing definitely in the cards, you guys. So sorry, blind myself for a second there. So you guys are definitely feeling this too. You're feeling positivity. The Ten of Cups in the Wild Unknown deck is about being so positive that you're almost like radiating light, and you are magnetic to people in this energy, Sagittarius. People want to be around you. This is a card of emotional fulfillment, so some of you guys could be, having very happy home lives right now. In the recent past is the Nine of Wands. Now, to me, this is always a card about stamina and courage, and about staying power, and coming to the end of a phase in your life, but also, it talks of like the last kind of excruciating steps sometimes in that phase. And the Wild Unknown asks of you to kind of not look at these wands like obstacles in the road, Sagittarius. Look at them as sticks building a staircase for you to just take a few more steps. Everything will be okay, and you'll be out of this displeasing situation that you've been in for a while, whether it be a phase in a relationship. I definitely see things turning in your favor, let's say, and maybe that's just what it was, you guys. Some of you guys might have just been going through one of those little blah periods, because in the current moment, in the current moment, you guys have the Six of Pentacles. This card does sometimes denote like a generous benefactor helping you out with a financial situation, but to me this is the equal partnership card. This is the card of yeah, from Canada, of an equal partnership. This is a we relationship. This is not a me relationship that you are participating in, Sagittarius. In the near future is the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, you are going to be offered new love that is kind and equal and fair, and this person sees you as an equal and wants to treat you with the respect that you deserve and with the they expect it back from you, you know. Maybe you've already met them, that's why in your general energy you're feeling this Ten of Cups energy. Now, for some of you, I definitely feel like this Ace of Cups in the future can manifest as a renewal of love for you. Like we were talking about, like your relationship just possibly going through a little bit of a, you know, everyone has them, like rough patch or whatever you want to call it. And things are turning for the better now. You know, things are turning. There definitely was some confusion. I feel like I want to say to you guys in this relationship, there definitely was some sorrow going on. Maybe some of you separated for a little while also, but the Five of Cups is about confusion after a breakup. So maybe for some of you, this is, you know, talking about the new people that find new lovers, or the ones that kind of decide to reconcile, because this is very much energy that is tied to love and confusion. And yeah, so I guess I'm kind of freestyling it, guys, like I do sometimes, because the best course of action to follow with that, I just pulled another card. Some of you may be involved in an Aquarius or another air sign, but I'm feeling Aquarius because this is a star card. The Five Cups is about confusion, looking at what you don't have instead of what you do have. You have a support system, and so this position is the best path to follow. So I pulled another card with it, the Star card. Okay, this is about healing. Okay, you guys may have recently been in an emotionally vulnerable time. Okay, and sorry, this lap desk thing sounded weird. You guys could have recently been in an emotionally vulnerable time, but it shows that you're definitely healing. You are getting back to where you were before, I want to say to you, and hence all this, you know, positive cup energy and the Six of Pentacles. But some of you definitely for a while were, maybe that's why the recent past was, okay, we have Aries and Taurus jumping out, so maybe some of you were involved with some other fire signs like yourself or Earth. But in the recent past, maybe that's what your Nine of Wands journey was about for you, was deciding whether or not you were going to continue with this relationship, move on from it. And I feel like a lot of you definitely chose to heal the relationship instead of walk away from it. Some of you needed to walk away and did, and you walked into a more positive situation for yourself. So good for you. What is in the internal thoughts? Internal thoughts, Sagittarius here. Whoa. Whoa, whoa. Huh. Okay, you know what? That one looks like it wanted to come out, guys, so we're gonna honor. So, internal thoughts, is the Six of Wands. It's your energy, guys, fire energy. The Six of Wands is victory. It's recognized success. You know, in the traditional deck, it's very much about creativity and work life, but this is manifesting in your love life and in your confidence in yourself, in your self-esteem, I want to say to some of you, Sagittarius. You know, feelings declared and well received, but just general, all over feelings of success. And when you are reconciling with someone you've been in a relationship for a while, or not even that long, every problem that you successfully heal obviously feels like a, a win, a vindication. So, in the outer energy, the outer energy is the Chariot. So moving forward in a positive direction, moving forward. There's a couple other goats here. So, interesting. Moving forward in a positive direction, but for those of you possibly that, okay, I just saw the Sun and the Father of Cups pop and Cancer. So I feel like saying some of you, if you're involved possibly with Cancer, the Devil card has popped out a few times since the Chariot and the Sun and Father of Cups flipped out in the deck. So this could be someone that you know that you have had a long-standing, and it doesn't even have to be, a water sign. Someone that you have reconciled with time and time and time again. And there's that lack of scattered focus again, and that lack of, scattered thought and lack of focus in the normally happy, healthy home. Some of you, this is telling me or this is saying to me that as much as you may want it to move forward in a positive direction, that some of you may need to take some time to really think about that on your own. Not taking the opinions of others, not, yes, you can ask your friends and your loved ones about love advice, but when the Seven of Wands comes out, this is about, I'm going to lay him down as your general outcome, because the water energy in between, I just felt like was kind of a message that some of you could be dealt with people that, definitely were maybe toxic to you, with the Devil coming out with them. But in your overall outcome, I think the Seven of Wands is important for any of these scenarios. The ones that are starting a new relationship, the ones that are deciding to heal a current relationship, and the ones that know they needed to walk away from a toxic relationship and not, really look back. So, Sagittarius, I guess, love is definitely on the menu for you guys this month. But a jumper just came out, Three of Pentacles. This is also about teamwork and recognized success. Tackling a monumentous task, but you have the support, Sagittarius, you just have to ask for it. I feel like this is, again, maybe out to some of you that know you need to break free from a toxic situation and you're having a hard time doing it. Know that you have two people that will have your back through this situation. But for most of you, the bottom of the deck card is the Sun card. Some of you could be involved in another fire sign, such as a Leo. But I feel that, with the, after the healing comes, and the feelings of victory and moving forward in a positive direction, it pretty much looks all positive here, except for the course of action to follow. Maybe the Five of Cups is manifesting as the course of action to follow, with the Star card to tell you to not hold on to that hurt, but remember it. So if there's something that you're noticing or a pattern developing, you've already healed from this situation, but if you're noticing something again that's kind of off to you, you'll recognize it and 86 that that part of the relationship, or that relationship in general, Sagittarius. But I feel like most of you are working towards reconciliation, and it looks like, it's going to be favorable. Just take the time. Take the time to think about, what is best for yourself, Sagittarius, and especially for all those involved. And I've been, I think at least since the beginning of the year, dare I say, pulling a couple of the Dorian Virtue dream, so disorganized, I know this is so not like me. The Dream Oracle Angel cards. And I feel like, sometimes they give us some of the same, they validate some of the same messages, or give us a little bit of new insight to look at for where we're at right now. Okay, please, what are the messages for Sagittarius at the end of April? The beginning of spring for our Sagittarian friends. What are the messages they need to hear? What Sagittarius needs to know. First card that jumped out interesting is Mugwort. This is Rites of Passage. This is an amazing card. This is about you recognizing that you have accomplished something and that it's important. I'm pretty sure that is exactly what it's about. But and moving on to another phase, maybe assisting someone in a phase in their life that they're coming to an end in. What else does Sagittarius need to know? Okay, this is weird. I have to take this because I was thinking that sometimes the Five of Cups is known as the bereavement card. The tarot does not really talk about death typically, especially to oneself. And when I got the deck, I saw this card and I thought of the Five of Cups, and this kind of just flipped over. It passed over loved ones, comfort, forgiveness, and support. So definitely I feel like some of you out there need to hear this message. So we're going to go ahead with that, and maybe that's the best course of action you need to follow is, forgiveness. And that's what this card is about. Someone that has passed over actually is seeking forgiveness from you, Sagittarius. Let's go and see what the exact interpretation is, because I do like having some of these keywords sometimes because it'll trigger something for you. Again, Mugwort is Rites of Passage. I'm trying to get to his Rites of Passage. This card has come to you because you or someone you know are crossing a threshold and a prominent episode in your life is coming to a close. You need to acknowledge your accomplishments. It's time to recognize this milestone, celebrate it with a rite of passage, or perhaps the need to acknowledge a transition or lead a ritual for someone else to mark a major turning point in life. We know how that can apply. Mugwort, an aromatic herb once thought to bestow magical protection, is calling you to perform a vision quest, which can mean connecting with your dreams or waking visions. There are images and messages that you need to receive now. There are images and messages you need to receive through the quest, so it's suggesting a vision quest. The additional meanings are stimulate your creative brain, recharge your life force battery, and your home and aura needs a detox from negative energies. So that definitely can validate very much what we're talking about kind of towards the end of the reading. If you know that somebody is toxic for you or negative for you, you need to, believe me, it's hard. I know a lot of people who've had to do things like that, and even just like negative friends, negative family members. It's not easy to do, but we all need to try to think of how we're going to work on our own happiness, because that spreads too, and that positivity spreads too, and it ignites other people being positive around you, and that's where your reality will become, Passed over loved ones. You guys also pulled comfort, forgiveness, and support. Loved ones in heaven are offering comfort, guidance, and support. They're sending you messages of light and love. Perhaps you need to forgive a passed away friend or a family member. He or she is coming to you to bring healing and closure to your relationship. And I think that's funny too, because what card came out with the Five of Cups was the Star card. That's healing. That's closure. So I definitely feel like this may resonate for some of you out there. Additional meanings of this card is if you were estranged from a friend or relative at the time of their passing, they're seeking your forgiveness now. You need to heal a situation that involves loved ones, and that means, on the earthly plane still. All is well, and call upon and connect with your ancestors. They are your spiritual allies and wisdom bearers. They will help you with matters such as cultivating respect for the core of all living creatures. That was very mixed. Sagittarius, I feel that is very positive, but it is a very heavy energy. But it's like you guys are getting the go-ahead to let go of that heavy energy maybe that's been plaguing you guys for a little while. That's just what I feel for some of you. So as always, if this is the first time you guys are checking out my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. And for those of you that have been with me since the beginnings, I love all y'all, rookies, veterans, what have you. Sagittarius, I'll see you in about a week or so for the beginning of May. As always, namaste, and have a good evening.